So granted, around this time now I'm like, okay, now I need to just start meditating, like, and asking God, like, um, which direction should I take? Because at this point, I don't know what to go on anymore. Because my son seemed like he's getting better. He ended up getting the job that said he was going to get the job. So he's back on track. My daughter is still going through like self, like battling with herself. So I'm steady, like just trying to still pour into her, making sure she's good. Completely stop drinking. Like I'm not even smoking like that anyways. Like, but I'm smoking blacks again because I'm stressed. And with blacks, you can't get high to the point where you don't know what you're doing, and then it's not gonna make you alter your. So I'm back to smoking blacks, and um, and then my roof, I ended up having the claim adjuster, not a claim adjuster. I ended up having to make a claim on my roof because, like I don't think I said it, but I ended up seeing like there was like water damage in my laundry room. Like it was water sitting. It was just water that looked like it was just sitting there. So I ended up making a claim for them to come and fix my roof and everything like that because, you know, I don't want my whole laundry room to cave in back basically. So when they come in, they ended up assessing the damage or whatever, and they ended up sending me like a $7,000 check. So I was like, well, this is not enough to get a roof because I already know a roof is going to cost like over $10,000 to replace. So I put it in my savings, still working, just trying to focus on that situation too. So bringing Keisha number one that works at my job. So Keisha number one, her and the ex co-worker are now like falling out or whatever because at the time I'm gonna call her baby daddy. So her baby daddy was saying how he didn't like the coworker coming over because she seems like she a trouble starter, and that she was just saying that he was saying like, oh, the girl was trying to get with her baby daddy. And mind you, the ex coworker, she's already married with like 3 kids, and and because they started going to the gym together, they started hanging out together, they started going to lunch together. So her Keisha's baby daddy didn't like the fact that they was hanging around with each other all the time, and he was constantly saying that when they would get into arguments, I guess Keisha would go back to tell her stuff, and then he would get mad at Keisha because he would tell Keisha like, why you keep going back and telling her stuff? You know she wants me, and you know she be making all type of advances at me when you're not here. Just telling her all of this stuff, and already I know when a man does that, either she knows something or he's already messed with her. But once again, I'm gonna keep my distance away from people like that because if you can already siding with a person that's not willing to give you money out of the big chunk that he has, that already tells you about his character. You was paying all the bills. You was taking care of all the kids by yourself. You was doing all of this by yourself. But once he gets some money, it's his money, his money, his money. I said, you know, I'm like, oh, for real? That's what he's saying she doing? She's like, yeah, I had to stop being friends with her because, you know, blase swaze type shit. So I was like, oh, okay. Like I said, I already knew that shit wasn't gonna last because Keisha is not really trustworthy her damn self. So then he ends up getting into this situation where he ends up getting a gun charge on him. Mind you, he's a felon. So they're paying all this money to the lawyer to see if he's going to be able to fight it. It's just this whole situation that's going on with her. Mind you, he's already letting his kids know, like, there's a possibility he might go to jail this time for a very long time. Like, by the time they're adults type shit. So, of course, her daughter is taking it the hardest because she's a daddy's girl or whatever. So she's telling me what's going on and how her mother be going back and forth at it and all that stuff. And then she finds out that her landlord is about to sell the property or go up on the property. And all this time I was telling her, like, she needs to start, like, buying her own house so that way, like, this wouldn't have happened. Where now, like, she's on crunch time to look for a new place. And now, mind you, around this time, the rent is sky high now. Like, so rent is sky high now. To even find, for me, I know, was to find a 2-bedroom was ridiculously high. So she's in the midst of having to do that. So he ended up, her baby daddy ends up, like, literally ended up getting taken to jail and being locked up or whatever. He doesn't give her the money that he had left over, or from what I know, like, he basically is saying that money is for him while he's in jail, because he has to still wait till he goes to trial for everything like that, but he's gonna need that money for him to survive in that. So whatever she needs, she basically gotta live off her checks.